Chapter 3 Electric. Since Dreamer Frog contemplated on that thought and wrapping up all the things that Dreamer Frog needs to get, and we're gonna continue and push through the boglands on our own now without Crow. As the Crow family starts to fly away, Dreamer Frog, sadness in our tears. But I gotta get the necessary things I need, my medicine. No wonder my croak is not as good as I thought. Now I've been hit in the head. But these sweet grass things and the beetles around me and the grass and the sundew and the morning sunlight, Dreamer Frog realizes that she'll mix her medicine together, and with that candle that she made, and all those precious objects that she's made for Crow, and all those shiny objects that she's collected on her journey, and who leaves all this garbage around the bog. And the great bog still has all this trash, even still to this day. Dreamer Frog looks at the clay furnace, and she sees her log home, her bog home, is now all on its own. And Dreamer Frog gets ready and sails off into the bog, and the creaks and the crackets and the cricking and the crack all along of the great bogland as Dreamer Frog pushes through the boglands, and we are going to see how she's going to survive in this bogland as she pushes a bark boat into the water. And the bark branch, stripped from an old oak tree. All I see, Toe contemplated, touching the water and the oil rubbed on the bottom of the surface of the bark boat that she has stripped off the tree. And Dreamer Frog embarks on a new adventure, with all the items dry, and in the bog a long time the rain has occurred, sailing off into the small stream, and the days are getting difficult. And is it even worth pushing through this difficult to survive bogland? Dreamer Frog realizes all my items are a passage, and saying goodbye to my old friend Crow, and all I am is alone in this bog. Oh, why is this so difficult to be here? Dreamer Frog contemplated that this is not just an easy place, but the cricket and the racket of the crickets in that night. It's evening now, and Toe has to get ready to go to sleep. In my bark boat, I rafter, and I laugh, and I raft, and I laugh. The day is over, and I loosen my raft, and I'm as loud as the rafter of the rafting of the wind. And Dreamer Frog realizes that I'm laughing over my missing of my innovator lizard, who's in a desert but will never able to survive out here, as I'm a moist frog and wet out here. But even out here it's arid and dry. There's not much rain anymore. But thankfully I told Crow a message that'll send through you, a forbidden silver deposit of silver, a shiny object, tons of them. A message that it'll be sent to when you get to this village. And I remembered that message that Crow gave me. Why would he give me even silver, his most precious thing? Why would he give such silver to me? And these shiny objects that Crow always brags about. And the letter will also be sent to the lizard as well. And I will know that the Crow is always gleaming on those precious things. Hands in a thinking stance. Dreamer Frog grips her frog chin in a thinking stance, knowing full well, and press together the hands. This is what I need to get through the most difficult time and going back home. As I push through in this shallow bogland, floating through in each passage of the boat, I will flow with passage in each passage through the leaves and the cattail whips and the vines and the tangles of the gray, arid land that we're in. And Dreamer Frog realizes that the boat is holding up as it's waterproof and the oil lined underneath. To make it waterproof, she must innovate, but she does not have her innovator lizard. Why would I push through this bogland? And now it's evening, I start to write, and I don't have my stitch paper, but I only have just one, as I don't want to get it messed up from the water. As you may not know what stitch paper is the great frog specialty, crafted from and not made from anything else, and woven strands made from all the different plants in the bog, mixed together and made into a pulp, and that pulp is strong like cardboard and flexible like leaves. This light green bleach of special plants and all the flowers made the leech and the beach bog leech, a special chemical to rub off all the green and magically a truly innovative whiter look to make those letters pop on the page where she has the beetle ink that she will write on, and she will write each and every message. And each day that she pushes through this bogland, she'll journal each day, and she'll understand the true meaning of the true value that the stitch paper means something to Dreamer Frog, a relationship between the land and the relationship between others in the great boglands. After all, Dreamer Frog pushes through and continues on our adventure. She reads more at the rate of still dripping a strike, and the thunder strike, and the rain is thundering at the land. She tries and saves her stitch paper from all the rain. And it reminded a Dreamer Frog of some group, the Spirit Strikers, as the thunder of the land and the rain passes through, and the water is surging and pushing further down the stream into the river. She's pushing through this bogland, and it's now raining and thundering, and it's all exciting. But you can smell the land, the petrichor. The land is thundering, and the smell, you hear the rain, the thirst land, the thirst land. The land is thanking to be alive again, and all the bugs and trees are vibrant and all unlifted, and the life is unfolding right here and now. The flow of water is realized as Dreamer Frog licks her eyeball. Though I'm such a great toe frog, after all my name is Toe, and each passage on my journey I will write words to describe my challenges here in the boglands, writing my dream in my journal, and I will reflect on my dreams that I would want to have in this dad dreams in this bogland. What has happened to a deteriorating, mutated world that we're in? What has happened to this deteriorated world that we're in? After all, Dreamer Frog would get ready for the next day as it's dark and the dream starts to creep in. What will happen to Dreamer Frog in her next dream?